Alright guys, we're back with another video, recapping more of my latest sports card pickups. This one is actually very exciting because there's a lot of pickups here that are for my PC. And starting off with something that isn't card related, as you can probably see, I'm wearing a very red t-shirt, but I love my vintage clothing and was able to find this Houston Rockets t-shirt from the 90s for $40. Love my vintage NBA wear, even if it's not Houston, but when it's Houston specifically, I do love it even more. The mustard yellow there with the red in the background. Love, love, love vintage clothing. But yeah, let's go straight into the card pickups. So first up, I've got to give a shout out to my man Raman at Cardboard Beauties, an absolute legend of the hobby. He tagged me in a sale for one card specifically, but I was actually able to find some more cards to actually buy for myself. So let's start off here. We have a few Lux patches here. We have Gary Harris rookie patch here, 3-color patch. I think this was like $10. Can't actually remember off the top of my head. I know the total lot was $70 itself. Kyle Anderson, 3-color patch here, $15 for this one. Surprisingly, Kyle Anderson cards go for a higher price. And if you don't know, it's because I'm pretty sure he's got Chinese citizenship and has played for the Chinese national team. So a lot of Chinese people out there from obviously the Asian market are trying to buy his cards. So whenever I see his cards on Card Hobby, they always go for a higher price. So just a general tip out there for anyone out there that wants to maybe find a play there. Kyle Anderson cards do go for a fair bit if you can find them cheap. Tony Snell, Immaculate patch order. I don't know if this is actually rookie. No, it isn't because it's game worn and it's got a Bulls patch in there. But yeah, I think this was like $5. So just bought that one. And then the card itself that Raman actually tagged me in that I bought was $35 and straight into the PC. Very hard to find his autographs because he didn't actually get too much NBA game time because of his fear of flying, his anxiety, and his mental health struggles. But Royce White was maybe just after a lottery pick for us for the Houston Rockets in 2012. But yeah, didn't even get any actual playing time on the Houston Rockets. Played sparingly for the 76ers and the Sacramento Kings. I think he's a politician now. But yeah, like hard to find his rookie autos of him regardless because he doesn't sign too much and didn't play much at all. But just a gorgeous patch here. Obviously the CK here from the Houston Rockets. And then we also have the on-card order from Royce White. So straight into the PC. I'm really happy with this one. And yeah, go check out Raman. And thank you again for tagging me in this one. Some more PC pickups. Shout out to Reese from Instagram who hit me up. And he actually bought like this huge Houston Rockets bundle. I've actually got to be a bit more kinder to myself in terms of buying cards for my own PC because I'm very focused on flipping and all that sort of stuff. And sometimes I kind of forget that I do have to get cards for my own PC because I also am a collector at heart. So yeah, I bought a bunch of Yao Ming jersey cards in here. And he also threw in some extras as well. So let's run through this. I paid $200 total for this one. Not flipping any of these. These are just, again, going into my collection. Carl Landry. He was a very solid player for us. Then move on to the Sacramento Kings. Do remember in a game he had his 2 front teeth knocked out, but he was a really solid power forward, good mid-range shooter as well. He threw in a Tracy McGrady, so I appreciate you for this one, but obviously the Orlando Magic uniform before he was traded to the Houston Rockets. Yao Ming, this is actually numbered from Topps Hardwood, but yeah, a really nice card here. Bob Sura, not many people might not know him, but back when I had NBA 2K5, he was the starting point guard for the Houston Rockets, so don't know too much about him other than he was our point guard and was an alright shooter. Joey Dorsey, the potential future Dwight Howard, unfortunately, actually not Dwight Howard, I would probably say more like a Ben Wallace, but those big shoulders, big arms, just an undersized player. Hopefully, a lot of Houston fans were hoping that he was going to be a really solid defensive player and rebounder, but it just never worked out. Luther Head, again, more of a niche player from the Houston Rockets. Rookie card, I think, numbered at a 250. And then, yeah, moving on to the Yao Ming jersey cards here. So very nice here, all game worn, but really happy with this one to go into the PC. We've got Fleer here. I think most of these are actually numbered, and no, it's not because that one's not numbered, but I'm pretty sure most of them are numbered. We have a rookie one. This one's player worn, so obviously being not game worn and being from his rookie class, it's hard to get game worn from rookie players. So player worn, you get a little bit of a patch there, but yeah, out of 350 there. I've got some more game worn here from 03-04 Yao, game worn Yao. Got Fleer Ultra. So I love the variations in these sets. I didn't really collect back then, but you know, Yao's one of my top 3 favorite players of all time. Got me into the game of basketball. And you know, when you're an Asian growing up, you're looking for someone to follow in basketball. There kind of weren't too many. I think obviously Yao was a big one, and then Jeremy Lin when he had Lin Saturday was another massive one, which is also another reason why I like Jeremy Lin. Rookie threads here. So this one would probably be it's rookie threads, but it's still it's from 2007-08. So I think it's just the name of the set itself. So it is game worn. This set itself is a really nice one. Career high point total from Yao. We have another one, Bowman Sterling. We have another one here from Upper Deck. And then the very last one is a Bowman dual relic there. Moving on to other cards. So I did purchase this one off a Facebook sale. Josh Giddey, Impact out of 149, PSA 10. This one was $60. Again, I really like Josh Giddey, and I think he's going to be a really good player for the Bulls. Obviously, when that trade happened, people were like, oh, how could you only, the Giddey Caruso trade was very uneven, but I think it was quite fair. I think people underestimate and kind of forget how good Giddey is. Unfortunately, with Shea being such a ball-dominant player, then you've also got Chet there, Jalen Williams. I think Giddey needs the ball a little bit more, and I think he's going to shine at the Chicago Bulls. He played very well in the Olympics. PSA 10. Revolution's one of my favorite sets, and underneath the lights here, just a gorgeous, gorgeous card. And yeah, Revolution's always been a really good grade for me. Next up, on-card auto of, I don't know UFC too well, but he's one of the better fighters, I'm pretty sure. I'd say top 5 from what I know. I have a general understanding, but not massive, so people out there might roast me for this, but I'm pretty sure he's a top 5 fighter. On-card auto from Immaculate, Khabib Nurmagomedov. I mean, this is just a gorgeous card. I was looking at Immaculate autos from Khabib, and I'm pretty sure I paid $140 for this one. And I think his sticker autos were around that $100 to $120 range. So just being on card, I think it should be worth a little bit higher. Again, I don't know if I will chuck it into the eBay store, but I do like having diversity when it comes to the showcase. And I think it always adds to it. And being on card as well of one of the better fighters of all time, of Khabib, I think this is a really nice pickup for $140. So I'm happy to delve into a sport that I don't know too much of when it's on card, and I think it's at really good value. So we have another PC pickup. Shout out to Joseph, who I've dealt with numerous times at card shows. But I actually didn't know this was a rookie card until I asked him to take a picture of the back, but regardless, I was always going to buy it because it's a 1 of 1, but it's also a rookie card as well, and it is Chandler Parsons. Wowee, this guy, I mean, nowadays he's retired. A lot of people would say, like, you know, he cost a lot of teams money because he was injured throughout his later years, but I've got good memories of Chandler Parsons. One of the flattest shots of all time when it comes to his shooting arc. It was very flat and straight, but he was still a very good shooter. Infamously, I remember, you know, James Harden, it was Dwight Howard, and Houston were after a 3rd star that whole time, and Chandler was like, you know, why can't it be me? He ended up going to the Dallas Mavericks. I think we were chasing a 3rd star, and it ended up probably being like a Josh Smith, but you know, wasn't, I guess, a star in the end. But Chandler wanted to be that 3rd star, and he wanted to get paid. And then, yeah, Dallas ended up overpaying him, and then Memphis ended up overpaying him as well. So now he's retired on a healthy contract. I can't hate on him because he still brought a lot of great memories, and him and Jeremy Lin had a really good partnership. But yeah, 1 of 1 gold standard. Just a gorgeous card here. Again, not going to leave my PC to find a 1 of 1 card from someone from your team from a while back is always really, really nice. So yeah, again, just going to stay in my PC. So Panini were kind enough to finally sort me out a redemption that has been on hold for a good, I reckon, 1.5 years. I bought a Dameon Pierce lot, which had like 3 redemptions. One of them came back, and I've still got 2 that were still ongoing, and then another one's come back now. So I still have 1. I actually would have preferred to get the Sparkle redemption pack because Dameon Pierce isn't even our RB1 anymore. At the time when I bought the lot, he was the RB1, but now we had Devin Singletary last year, and now we've got Joe Mixon. So it's a little bit annoying, but whatever. It can't really win them all. But yeah, finally came back. Dameon Pierce, select, on-card auto. Yeah, whatever. It's 1.5 years to 2 years late. There's obviously people out there that have bigger cards out there waiting for redemption, so can't really complain too much, but Yeah, Dameon Pierce there, just show off that one. Next up, someone I dealt with a fair bit a couple years ago, kind of left the sports card hobby, but hit me up, and I actually saw he had a few NFL, NBA cards on sale. My man Tyler, he's known as tb.cards on Instagram. Shout out to you, but yeah, we made a little deal here. I think I actually can't remember what I paid. $300 total for this. I actually can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, we did a little bundle deal for this one. So Aaron Rodgers, stained glass mosaic. Not my favorite stained glass set that's out there. I think my favorite one's still 2017 from Prism itself, but these are still a case hit. PSA 10, Rodgers. I think the Jets this season are a very interesting team, whether they could honestly be one of the top 5 teams in the NFL, or they could absolutely flunk. And hopefully Rodgers can actually stay out there for the entire season, because he was out within a couple plays in the first game of the season last year. Next up, Jerry Jeudy. So funnily enough, me and Tyler both were high on Jerry Jeudy when he got drafted. And he actually had a really good rookie season, but then, injuries, coaching at Denver, Russell Wilson, it was just, not really the best for him. He's now on the Cleveland Browns, I think. I can't even remember, but I really like this card. It was $50 in the lot itself. It's a team color match, SGC 95 Auto 10 from Prism Black. Really nice card here. I mean, $50, I'm happy to get that one. I think this was like 150, so then this card here would have been 100. So I don't know, the bundle deal itself would have been about 300. That's why I'm guessing it's that price. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, courtside from his first year from the Oklahoma City Thunder. Out of 25, PSA 9. The thing with this one is, back then when it first came out, these cards from Select were going for a high price with Shai, because I'm pretty sure from Prism, when he was in 2019-20, it still had his Clippers uniform. I think Optic might have had the Thunder uniform as well, but then Select obviously was kind of big back then as well. It's not as big now because retail has kind of overtaken it and kind of made the prices go down a fair bit. But yes, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, one of the MVP candidates, top 5 player in the NBA. Courtside, first year Thunder, doesn't really matter too much anymore, but still a really nice card nonetheless, just being courtside in a second year and a tie-dye. And then the same guy that also sold me the Raman Thompson Tiger, we did another deal again. He hit me up saying that he had some more Raman Thompson, and I actually bought another card off him that I was reluctant to buy before, because I didn't actually know if he was a legit person or not, but now I know he's legit, and I've told him you can use me as a vouch whenever you need. But I think this total lot was $250. So we have an Raman Thompson out of 150, blue disco. Very nice card here. It's actually pretty well centered, so I don't know if I'll send this one into grading, but yeah, very well centered there of Raman Thompson. Predicting a big season for him this year. I think he's a very good player. I just don't know how he'll translate into card prices, because I don't think he'll be like a 25 point per game scorer, but I just think he's a winning basketball player. And I think his best position might be as a wing as opposed to a point guard where he was drafted. Select RPA, fast break disco here. Chunky patch, sticker auto, not a game worn or a player worn patch, unfortunately, but still a very, very nice card. And then this card here, Karl Malone. So this one would have been $100. Select tie-dye, sticker auto. Really like this set from Select. I think it's from, it is from this season, but I really like this set in general. It has a lot going on with the picture and then obviously the actual photo used. But yeah, Karl Malone, he'd be the 3rd highest point scorer in NBA history, but unfortunately not as liked as some of the other legends that are up there. Obviously you've got Michael Jordan, LeBron, Kareem. Unfortunately not liked as much with all the off the court stuff that happened, and unfortunately not ever winning an NBA championship. Got close with the Utah Jazz and then later on with the Lakers, but yeah, still $100 for a tie-dye auto of a legend. I'm happy to pay that price. And then the very last card here, someone who played very, very well to end off the season, and one of the most exciting players in the game in my opinion, and that is Mac Daddy Andrew. I paid $80 for this one, so it's the gold signature from Optimum out of 85. So this is a second tier in comparison to the platinum versus the copper. But funnily enough, I remember opening a box of Optimum back when this first came out, and I actually pulled a copper signature of Mac Andrew, which I still have behind me in those boxes somewhere. And I remember when I pulled it, he wasn't getting too much game time, and I was kind of like, oh, I don't really know if I want this. Like I was happy, but I wasn't like, I was hoping for you know, like a Nick Dacos or a Jason Horn-Francis, and I was like, oh, Mac Andrew. But this season, finally got him game time. He's been playing in defense. He's been playing up forward. He kicked the game-winning goal against Essendon about a day before I actually purchased this. I was like, I'm on board with the Mac Andrew train, and I think he's one of the most exciting players in the AFL, along with like a Sam Darcy as well. I think these two players are just absolute unicorns. But yeah, $80 for this one. I'm happy with the price I paid for it, and I think the next few seasons we're going to see a bit more of Mac Andrew, and I think I could double my money with this card. But yeah, that recaps a lot of the purchases that I picked up over the last couple of weeks. A lot of PC pickups, which I'm trying to aim to get a little bit more of. If you enjoyed the content, make sure as always you leave a like down below, and also comment down below as well, and I'll engage with all you guys down there. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. I appreciate you guys as always, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.